It is no secret that I love visual novels. There are a few things that I really like about them. How did I go into visual novels? I discovered them by the act of simply being on the internet and liking anime. Also some friends recommending me games, so I played them. And I did found a really interesting mix of things by doing so, and some of them changed the way I see the world. In some way, they changed my life. The first visual novel I remember playing, Sono Hanabira ni Kuchiduke wa, a girls' love visual novel, because that was, still is, one of my interests. I quickly realized something. I could take the game at my own pace. I mean, when watching anime, I tend to do a lot of pauses, to think about what has just happened, to process my feelings, or to enjoy, wonder, suffer more about what seems to be next. I did, and I had a lot of fun. So my next step was to play the game one of my friends was talking a lot about. That will show you. The game was pretty good, and this time I noticed another thing. Even when in animes you experience most of the things through the eyes of the main character, it is not at the same depth as in a visual novel. You can see what he or she is thinking at all times. That makes you more immersed on what's happening. And the stories put a lot of time and love to make the worlds more tangible than other mediums and go places that other mediums can really go. In comparison with books, the music, the art, and the voice acting add a whole new dimension to the experience. And I don't mean you can get that intensity in whatever way it might be. With books, would it certainly help convey the idea of the author of the visual novel. And at the same time, it's not restricted that much by budgets or time constraints, as in anime. Somehow, it doesn't feel like the story has a fixed ending, but it feels more like a day-to-day experience. Not knowing if even exists a good or bad ending, and at the end, you see what actions took you to that conclusion. Then I played another smaller visual novels. I don't remember much about them, but I do remember one that was big for me, Little Busters. So I think, for things that only visual novels can deliver, they are much better at conveying a non-linear story, with different details being given at multiple characters. Depending on which story route you take, alternate branching paths, and a generally more character-focused history. Visual novels, as any medium, exist to present some idea or some vision of the world. It can be something really profound or just silly and funny stuff. I think the best thing about visual novels in contrast to anime is the ability to take its time, being both in developing the story and the characters. You get really attached to the characters, and as a result, anything that happens to them has more of an impact. Life these days is going kinda really fast, isn't it? It seems to me like we don't stop to think as much as we should. Sometimes we get lost and don't reflect about what is going on. At the same time, there's way too many distractions, so we don't give ourselves the time to deeply think. And with visual novels, a lot of what happens is just that, reflexive thinking about things. Even if it's an action scene, somehow it captures those moments too. And I believe those are the moments when we connect with ourselves, when all the noise of the world stops. There's only you and what you believe and how you feel about all the things in this life. Stop to think. We maybe should do it more. Dream of a better world, or escape from the problems of daily life for a little bit. A new way to see things, a way to think about life or a certain subject. I obsess about the characters. I take lots of screenshots and check them after I play, days after, weeks after. Well, you get the idea. I get to capture that moment, that thing certain characters say, so I won't forget. Memories can rust. A PNG file can't. I also investigate a lot about the references in those games and try to make sense of what happened, about the decisions and the consequences. I really spend a lot of time going in circles around any visual novel I played. I think that's the reason that I haven't played that many. Those ideas, characters, those stories and musics, those concepts and ways to see the world follow you long after you have played those games. Luckily, there are friends, people on the internet, blog posts, podcasts, and other stuff where you can talk about this, or listen about this, or hear someone else's opinion about this. That is dope. That's cool. And I think that after you have played some visual novels, in your everyday life, sometimes things will look differently. And you might act another way, feel or think a different way. Now, I'm gonna quote Prince Erdname from the Katsamatsuri podcast about what a certain visual novel means to him. What does planetarium mean to you? The idea of dreaming, the idea of hope for the future. On one side, you have this jade, negative, cynical view about the world, and this person that really don't have any passion for something. And you also have this character, this other person, full of passion and hope. And as you experience this, you want to share it with other people. When you read it, and it's beautiful, and it changes you, and whatever is tragic or happy, it makes you think if you want to live or not on this world you see. And what it tells you is don't do this, don't become this. And this story is something beautiful that you can take and share it with other people. And that's the main reason why I want to share this. I want to share the beauty and the humanity, little things in life that are usually overlooked. So, that is this video, me telling you to go play Planetarium. Also, here are another visual novels that I recommend. Planetarium, Tsubahibi, Sayanoud, Steins Gate, Little Busters, Kira Kira, Teardrops, Furifura 2, Katawa Choyo, Analog, and Planetarium. That's all for now. Everybody, have a good night. See you next time.